So I'm happy to hear from anyone who talked about supportive housing, but just to narrow it down for the sake of time, I know, Sam, you talked about the tiny homes idea in lots, and Sheena, you talked about free land in exchange for affordable housing. And I think there were a lot of great ideas about, in the big picture, what we want to do for affordable housing and supportive housing. But I work with a group called More Neighbors, and we are going to community engagement meetings on the ground trying to get these projects built. And one thing that we see is that once you get to a specific site, you get a lot of pushback. And so I think what I'd really like to hear from the people who want to be counselor is what kind of leadership that they would show. And so my specific question is, are there specific sites in Don Valley West that you think would be appropriate for the kinds of projects that you talked about in terms of supportive housing?
You can't put $15 billion in the ground or a subway through without through Thorncliffe Park without allowing higher limits. That I think that Bayview, for example, and Laird all should be zoned. I know that I believe Bayview has already been zoned, but for 6 stories. I think they should all be 6 stories. I think we should put in the single stair so that you don't have to accumulate lots in order to build something. So those are the sites that I would concentrate on first. Any major street, Mount Pleasant, north of Eglinton, and south of Eglinton. To right now, I mean, there's some that are already zoned for higher levels, but I think every other street, every other major and minor street that's a tributary should be 6 stories minimum. As of right, no zoning process is required.
Thank you, Sheena.